Ohayo.
Ohayo. Welcome to So Japanese, a podcast about all things Japan from a
Japanese.
and foreign perspective. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us as always.
いつもありがとう。
So today's podcast, we want to do like a series of podcasts about the different decades
Different decade, yeah.
in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but I guess we want to start with the 70's.
Yeah.
And well, I guess because it sounds like one of the peaks of Japan, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I would want to be in Japan in the 70's. It was a cool changing time.
Yeah.
So in the 70's in Japan, a lot of prosperity. Economically, obviously, increased consumerism, growing sense of individualism, accepting more foreign influence. The mindsets of Japanese people were changing, going away from the too traditional way to more, I guess, open-minded. I think it was a good time of like a good mix of Western culture and Japanese traditions, right? A good mix of technology. New technology was coming in.
Invented and
Yeah, right. So we will try to give you guys an idea of what it was like to live in Japan in the 70's, I suppose. So we'll talk about food and fashion trends, music, technology, popular culture, the political climate.
Basically what happened in 1970s in Japan.
So the political climate in Japan was going through a lot of change in the 70's. They're experiencing the Japanese economic miracle. So industrialization, modernization was very rapid. Business was booming pretty much. Japan became one of the world's leading economic powers. So people had more disposable income, spending more on leisure activities, right? Consumer goods. People all had jobs. Everyone wanted the 3 C's.
3 C's.
So the 3 C's were
the color TV, C first, and then cooler. We say cooler for air condition.
Okay.
So cooler, second, and then cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess at that time, I know like salarymen, the idea of salarymen or what they say, what is it? Salarymen and office ladies. I guess business people. People were working in the office a lot more, having stable jobs. It was after the war. So like a lot of the building structures were being rebuilt. Cities were being rebuilt. There was a kind of an idea of rejuvenation. People were focusing on family still. But because people were working Japanese style salary jobs, they only had Sunday off.
It's only like people work 6 days, but that means maybe they work 7 days.
But that's, I guess, also why business was booming, right? People were working.
Like go, boom, 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 don't stop, right?
Another thing politically that was happening. So because of Japan after the war, America had to put a law in place where Japan wasn't allowed to have any self-defense forces.
No, Japan is not allowed to have the army. So they have the self-defense
forces instead.
Exactly.
So you can just protect.
We can protect ourselves if someone starts attacking, but we are not allowed to attack any country, or we are not allowed to start war.
Okay.
So
you lost that military power.
Exactly.
And people in the country wanted that to change.
I mean, for sure it's not everyone, but for some people they think because of like why our law, but other country involve it, then change that, and then it's kind of most important part. Like you shouldn't touch. That's what they think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy, his name is Yukio Mishima. You might know, you might don't know, but he was a really famous author. He almost get the Nobel Prize.
Okay.
And then at some point he was top 100 author in the world.
Okay.
So he was already well known, right?
Yeah.
So what he did was he make the appointment to visit the self-defense force, how to say, like a boss.
Okay.
And he brought 4 other young male people because he actually joined the self-defense force.
Okay.
To just try it out.
Okay.
And then he really loves it.
Okay.
And then from that, he gathered these young people. Then he made his own group.
Okay.
It's called Tate no Kai. Tate means shield.
Shield.
So, yeah, shield. Yeah. And then, so he visit the self-defense forces building. And obviously, for them, it's just because he's a famous author, right? So they're like, okay, yeah, he can come in without any like body check and nothing.
Okay.
But he actually brought the katana.
Oh wow. Okay.
With him, and he met the top of the self-defense force, and he showed the katana. But obviously, for the top, he thought like, is this some joke, whatever?
Okay.
But he was like, no, this, and then like he even thought like it was fake.
Okay.
And then the Mishima, he said, no, this is Leo. And then he has the proof of the paper as well, like this is Leo katana. And then this guy kind of warning him, like, you need to be careful. If you bring these things these days, you get arrested. Then after that, his team, the young male, he grabbed the top's buddy, tied it up on the chair.
Oh wow.
And then trying to negotiate. We are here for changing the law. At the end, the Mishima went up on the roof of the building and then started speech to all the self-defense force people to say like, we need to change this law. We need to stand up. This is our country. We need to protect ourselves, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But of course, he already did something wrong, right? So then at the end, he noticed that it's not going to happen.
Obviously, okay.
Yeah. Then he did seppuku with the katana by himself. And then he just died.
So that was like the story of the last seppuku that happened in Japan.
History in Japan.
1970.
Yeah, even though the seppuku was already banned.
Yeah, it was banned in like
long time ago.
1873.
Yeah.
After the samurai system was abolished. So seppuku, for our listeners that don't know, is like committing suicide in an honorable way.
Yeah.
Quotation honorable way. And you put a katana
or like any like knife
in your gut,
and then like you just go
left to right or right to left or whatever until you can't no more.
Yeah.
And like your guts are like spilling out and shit. I hear the word harakiri.
Same.
That's the same?
Same.
Oh, they mean the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Seppuku, that was the last seppuku.
Yeah, and then that was basically, so it was the protest.
It was a protest.
Yes.
Did the law end up changing shortly after or?
No. It never changed.
Okay.
Still there. Yeah.
Is that so? So Japan doesn't have like an army?
No, that's why we still have the self-defense force.
Yeah.
We never have army.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I never hear about Japanese people joining the army or like.
Yeah, after World War II, no more.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to some more lighthearted things. So food trends. We always like to talk about food. Influx of Western style foods, fast food chains, convenience stores, big boom in convenience stores. People were just spending more, had more disposable income, spend on dining out, as well as I feel like anything American was cool, is cool still in Japan. So McDonald's first opened their first restaurant in Japan in 1971 in Ginza. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut also opened their first restaurants in Japan during that time. Not only Western style foods became more popular, but Japanese foods were still popular and kind of like even more in a fast food setting.
Yeah.
So more like udon places.
Yeah.
More conveyor belt sushi places. So kind of like in my head, I'm picturing like it's like getting close to like Japan, how it is now in terms of like fast food, convenience everywhere.
Yeah, I think 90s, 70s in Japan is really important moment to be Japan now, right?
Yeah, right.
It's almost like, it's kind of like we know everything.
It's like what it is now.
Yeah. So it's shit now.
Even in fashion, I feel like the fashion is kind of what it is now too.
Yeah.
So again, people were spending more. So big increase in shopping malls.
Yeah.
And what they call in Japan, fashion buildings.
Fashion buildings. Yeah.
It's just like a department store that has only clothing.
Only clothing and then
fashion,
like
accessories.
Right, like for example, I go Palco a lot. Palco is for like mostly for young people.
Okay.
And then like in Shibuya, there's a Ichimaru-Q 109.
Yeah.
That's for mostly only for gal people.
Yeah.
So like, that type of building is built up like 90s, 70s. Yeah.
So it was a time of experimentation, accepting diversity in Japan. So women started wearing jeans.
Yeah.
Men started growing out their hair.
Yeah. So like unisex, like fashion style is more open to the...
Which I feel like that's a good way to describe Japanese fashion today. Like unisex.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But to me, because I have a long hair too. But like, if you think carefree, like Edo period or whatever, the samurai actually had long hair.
Yeah.
But they always like tight.
Yeah.
But
Sumo too,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think like 16 whatever through like 18 whatever, it was okay. And then after the Meiji era came,
they wanted to make everything more Western.
Exactly. And then like guys has to be short hair and then like ladies has to be longer hair. Like it's easy to decide. But then 90s, 70s, it became again like, we don't care about what you guys decide.
Yes.
Like
yes.
we should be how we are.
Yeah, it was definitely a time of like rebellion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So bell-bottom pants, hot pants, t-shirts, tie-dye, hippie-inspired, right? Was really popular.
Yeah.
The tank top
as well. Yeah. I think back then, I guess like Japanese people don't wear like
revealing clothing.
Exactly, like showing too much body part. But obviously, because 70s, all the Western culture coming in, and like the young people get more open-minded, and why not, right? And then like this type of like tie-dye is now actually
coming back,
really popular.
Maybe even like already ending. I feel like it's kind of out of fashion already again. Older generations still wore their traditional kimono.
Yeah, like a kimono style
clothing. I feel like Japanese traditional clothing, like, now that you mention it, like covered everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No skin was showing.
No, yeah. Even like for example, like summertime. Summer is hot in Japan, but like a kimono time, people wearing kimono anymore.
Yeah, it's fully covered.
Exactly.
Is it true that like Japan back then found the back of the neck sexy or sexual?
Yeah. That's why Michael.
Yeah.
They paint here like a white, and then they make the like a shape.
Yeah.
Of like a no paint space. Yeah.
How about now? You think people?
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
We call unaji.
Unaji.
Yeah. Unaji bijin.
Which means
like she has beautiful unaji, or you have beautiful unaji, but mostly for female. So like when they tie it up, then you see
yeah. What makes unaji beautiful?
That I don't know.
Like
that I don't know.
I don't know if I could be able to tell like the difference between different unajis. Like it just looks like the back of the neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So music.
Oh yeah.
More experimental.
Yeah.
Going away from the classic Japanese music. The slow ballads. More again Western influence. So disco. Yeah. I think disco was like a worldwide thing.
I think so. At that point, yeah, everywhere for sure.
City pop, one of our favorite genres.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So I feel like city pop used like Western funk, incorporated it into their own music,
like Japanese. So like, because funk is more like upbeat and then like kind of like quick. But Japanese city pop is still like
a little slower,
but it has temp. And then like how to say, like there's still like Japanese pop into it. But it's really unique sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of city pop songs had English lyrics too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
More than other genres in Japan at that time. So again, with that Western influence, right?
And city pop is popular now again. After 50 years. Wow.
The emergence of like J-rock style bands. So I think it was like the start of like, what's the long hair bands you like?
X-Japan.
Yeah, like the start of that style.
Yeah.
Like glam rock.
Yeah.
Makeup, long hair, super costume.
Punk rock also getting popular this time. Because
so any type of like freedom. Rebellion. Yeah, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Any type of freedom. It's so weird to me because I feel like Japan really likes American like popular culture. But then to me as a country, knowing that like, okay, yeah, I lost to America and America is trying to influence their laws on us. For example, like the cannabis laws. It was because America banned cannabis. So Japan had to ban cannabis as well. I would feel like Japan, the people should like not like American things.
That's what I thought.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
it's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
It's like
almost like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, they beat shit us up, but now
you guys are cool.
Everything is over and then you guys cool. Yeah, let's do that. Like we're gonna be like you guys.
But maybe that's what they thought.
I think the culture wise, because like before World War II, the Japanese culture was more like head to nail.
So anything that stands out, you hit it.
Exactly.
So everyone's the same.
Everybody has to be same, right?
Okay.
And then that's the like regular life. Like no one trying to be like different. Everybody wants to.
Maybe the things that America brought that they found good outweighed the bad things.
I think because the Japan lost the war, so then like they can't keep up same way as the
something
army.
had to change. Something had to change.
Exactly. So then, yeah, like the regular people, basically they don't need to follow the what army said, and that means what? Like who's gonna telling me what to do? No one.
Okay, that's
and
true.
then
that's true. Okay.
America brought more culture.
So government kind of lost their power
in a way.
In a way.
Yeah.
And allowed more freedom to the people.
Yeah, individual
individual freedom.
Get more freedom. So they can show, I think they can choose what they want to be at this point. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because like this is like explosion.
Right? It really felt like it.
It's like so different though.
The start of idol culture.
Oh yeah.
So idol culture in Japan. If I think of idol, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I think of idol, I think of like a young girl in a schoolgirl uniform.
That's what I think too.
Right?
But
that's a stereotype, but not necessarily, because I know there's like 40, 50-year-old idols.
Yeah.
But is it more like idol culture? Is it more like the genre of music?
Yeah.
Like really pop music, dance, choreographed?
Also male
music,
as well,
dance.
idol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, is it more like not the look, but the style of music? And there's dancing, performances. Like to me, if I think of idol music, there's always dancing too.
Yes. And then to me, it's like, it has to be like somehow cute or handsome.
And also like maybe not too popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are
in
there
Japan is like idol group is always like top 10.
That's true. Well, maybe because it's so popular, idol culture nowadays, that even like a small level idol will still have diehard like followers.
Yeah. Chika idol.
Right?
Like underground idol.
Underground idol.
Yeah.
Yes. They're big, huge.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I guess any culture that has an underground aspect to it as well, that means you're so popular that everyone eats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the start of idol culture, which I think is like so Japanese, idol culture.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about technology. So we mentioned it: color televisions, cars, air conditioners, so electronics, personal computers.
Yeah.
But now they're called personal computer. Like what do you guys say? Personal con?
Pasokon.
Personal con.
Or word processor, we call wa pro.
But you don't call that now, no? You don't say word.
No, we still say pasokon.
But what's the word? Oh yeah, personal con. But you don't say word processor anymore.
Wa pro? No, wa
Right.
pro. I mean, no one is using now. I mean, I know still some people using like same as fax machine.
Well, fax machine is like really, really used in Japan.
Yeah,
still like
crazy.
like
how that works.
Everyone has a fax.
You don't need that shit. Anyway,
they like paper,
which is not really good, right?
Yeah, they like to hold something and then stamp it.
No, they need to see it. They need to see the real. Yeah, they don't trust on the screen. It says I'm okay.
Do people because in Japan manga everywhere. You see people reading manga everywhere. Do people read manga off like a Kindle or something?
Some people do.
Yeah,
of course. Okay. But I think I prefer actually
the book
because I like the feeling.
Okay.
Also, sometimes the Kindle and stuff, you missed it. Then you don't know where to go back.
But what do you mean you missed it?
Like because you touch or like,
and then it changes the page.
Yeah, or like I didn't bookmark.
Okay.
Then like my book is gone to another book. Then I don't know where to go back. You know what I mean?
Well, it'll go back from the start if you don't bookmark it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not the last page you were at?
Depends. Yeah, depends.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway. Yeah.
So, color TV.
Mm-hmm.
In the 70s, NHK broadcasted their first color TV programs.
They're fully, yeah.
I guess this is like around the world as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Personal computers. People use the Shinkansen more. I think the Shinkansen first Tokyo to Osaka was like 1964 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess it expanded. More places in Japan. More people used it.
Wow. If you think about Shinkansen, was 1960.
And it was like the fast. It's pretty much the same technology now. So it's really fast.
Holy. Amazing.
Fully automatic laundry machines.
Yeah.
So I guess before they were still doing this.
Yeah, using the hand or like you have to do something. But I think all this like household items was like invented like 70s.
Yeah, late 60s, 70s.
And boom, right? Everybody
anything
have it.
Convenience.
Yeah.
I think anything convenience.
Yeah.
Popular culture, as we said, growing sense of individualism, a desire for self-expression.
Yeah.
So the Yankee subculture.
Yankee.
Which is like, I find Yankee now is more like a negative connotation.
Yes.
But like maybe when it started, it was kind of like, it was cool. It was punk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You are rebelling against the government.
Or against the law. It could be the school law.
And it was more like working class people that started this,
Yeah.
right? So being a Yankee was probably cool back then.
Yeah.
Now it's like...
eh?
Shibuya Kei.
Shibuya Kei. Yeah.
Shibuya Kei is what?
Shibuya Kei is like the style of fashion. Yeah.
So describe that.
I don't know how to describe.
Is it like Kiss? Like those rock bands?
Oh, the punk?
Yeah.
No.
That's not punk though.
Like
I feel like it's like
hard rock.
Like like coiffed hair, long hair.
Yes.
Like platform shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Shibuya Kei is more like my Shibuya Kei was like more like a feminine.
Oh, I'm thinking visual Kei.
Yes.
Okay, that's visual Kei.
Yeah.
Shibuya Kei is more feminine, like
again,
like dolls.
No. Like more soft fashion.
Okay.
It's not like a hard fashion.
Oh.
More like a border shirt and then like a bob style hair, even male. And so it's not like hard rock.
Okay.
Or like skater or punk.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah.
People were reading anime, manga, right? Some of the manga that started at that time, the characters was Gundam,
Doraemon.
That basketball one? No. That was
that's later.
Way later.
And Ginga Tetsudo 39, that's like a old train, space, and Uchu Senkan Yamato. All the big anime every Japanese people know was in the 70s.
How about Astro Boy? I think in the 70s.
Astro Boy, Astro Boy maybe like
80s.
Even 60s.
60s? Oh yeah? Have you seen now some shoe company came out with the Astro Boy boots?
Really?
Yeah. Like full size.
Nike?
No, I don't think it's Nike. But it's like the red Astro Boy boots. And it goes up to like your knee.
Oh, that real one?
Yeah, real one. People
wear
it. Yeah. It's like street fashion now.
Wow, I kind of want that. Oh yeah. Tetsuwan Atomu, Astro Boy was 1963.
Okay.
It's black and white to start.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Bowling, a lot of Western type Space Invaders.
Yeah.
Like I think it's all over the world. Right? It became really popular. Again with rebellion, individualism, the start of a women's liberation movement started in Japan.
Yeah.
They call it Umaribu.
Yeah.
But it slightly differed from the Western women's liberation movements. It wasn't as much about equal rights. It was more like taking their own sexuality back, like wanting people to recognize that women have sexual desire too, that we're not just here to make babies, right? We can have sex without making babies. So that's why as well, at that time in the 70s, childbirths in Japan dipped. So after the war, you had a boom. And then with the 70s, I guess people working more, or this movement.
And also they just don't like why we just having the kids and that's it, like staying home, taking care of kids forever.
That's true. We have a few episodes on like Japanese subcultures. One of the earlier ones we touched on gyaru style.
Yeah.
the word gyaru started in the 70s as well.
Wow.
It was introduced by the jeans company Lee
Lee.
and their brand Wrangler. They came out with women's line of jeans called Gals. And then I guess the Japanese took the pronunciation, Japanglished it.
Yeah.
Gyaru, 1972.
Cool.
I feel like Gyaru is coming back now in Japan.
What do you mean?
I know, I've noticed
the fashion-wise?
Yeah. Not like as extreme as the peak, where like it's like totally tan and white eyes. But I feel like it's coming back a bit, the style.
To me, I feel now like, maybe like it's almost like every single decade fashion is back now.
Yeah, right.
So people can choose like 70s
or combining them.
Yeah, 80s and 90s. And then sometimes I even feel like that was kind of awful to me.
The style.
How you wear that. But now it's fashionable.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like the thrifting, the vintage shopping has really helped that, right?
Yeah.
You're buying all clothing from like different decades, right? So I'm buying something from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and putting it together.
Also, if you notice that, like on, I don't know, Netflix or whatever, a lot of TV show is based on 80s.
That's true.
90s.
That's true. Yeah.
So like we
Nostalgia.
watch. Yeah, young people watch. They like the,
cool.
fashion.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of new words were getting more popular in Japan. So the Japanese words, for example, we have yappari, which means as expected, like
of course. Yeah.
Sugoi.
Yeah.
Amazing, great.
Yeah.
Oshare. Fashionable.
That's actually definitely because of the fashion.
Right?
Yeah.
But also because of the American influence, a lot of Japanglish words popped up. So we don't do the language segments to our episodes anymore. We kind of move that to the street level Japanese standalone podcast. But some Japanglish words that became popular in the 70s. One was parahara. Pawahara, so power harassment.
Yeah.
So that's like the harassment you receive from like someone in a position of power. So people were getting more like woke about things, right?
Yeah.
They're speaking out more, right? Sekuhara, sexual harassment, right? It was becoming something in the workplace, right? Free size. So free size.
Yeah. No size.
Clothing that
only one size
to fit different genders, different styles, different sizes.
Yeah.
Salaryman. Office.
Yeah.
Lady.
Yeah. OL.
Right. OL.
Yeah. OL is kind of like no more.
Oh yeah.
Even in Japan.
How about salaryman?
Salaryman, people still say it.
So what do you say?
But like people try not to say just women thing anymore. In
so
Japan,
what do they say now?
What they say? Kaishain. Yeah. The
Which
company
means?
worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hafu, meaning half.
Hafu. Yeah.
So I guess at that time, after the war, after the American forces, there was a lot more mixed race people, Japanese mixed with Foreign heritage. So hafu.
Yeah.
Fast food.
Fast food.
Fasto
food.
From that, hotokeki.
I was shocked when I see pancake.
You're like, they're not called hot cakes?
Hotokeki jan.
So in Japan, the fuwa pancake is called hotokeki?
Yeah.
So you guys don't say pancake at all, right?
Maybe some place says that, but mostly we say hotokeki.
I think it's only hot cake in McDonald's, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think because
The McDonald's in here they call hot cake.
I think so. Like,
oh, really?
It's not pancakes; it's hot cakes. So I think maybe
so
that's
they
how.
Take that.
Yeah, because maybe McDonald's was the first time they saw hot cake, pancake,
Yeah.
and they just
Yeah. I loved it when I was a kid.
the McDonald's.
No, just because even my parents' coffee shop they have it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they make hot cake
They don't make it. They buy a frozen one.
and just
Ching.
reheat it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Quick diner.
Yeah, and then that's also why, like, when I see first time hot cake here,
Yeah.
I mean pancake here, I was like, didn't know we can make so easy. Why they have to fucking buy frozen? Anyway.
Other things that started in the 70s, Narita Airport.
Yes.
So made Japan more accessible, international airport, right?
Yeah.
Okinawa returned to Japan.
Okinawa returned. Yeah. Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Kitty-chan. You guys call it Kitty-chan,
Kitty-chan.
right?
Hi. We don't say Hello Kitty.
So if Hello Kitty is only like, I guess, Western, right? So do you guys know what Hello Kitty is?
What
if I say,
mean?
oh, Hello Kitty.
Well, like, I knew because I was already here.
Yeah, but if like
But
a regular
if
Japanese
you
person,
like, if I met you first time and then
Yeah.
you telling me like, Hello Kitty どこですか? Am I gonna feel like Hello Kitty?
So like little kids, they don't know Hello Kitty.
No,
They-
Kitty-chan.
Kitty-chan, right?
Yeah.
Kuchisaki.
Kuchisake onna.
So that's a story we told in one of our Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
The slit mouthed woman, that one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That became more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun time.
I think 70's. Yeah, I envy my parents now.
Yeah.
It's like this looks like so much fun.
When did your parents open the diner?
After I was 3, so 1986.
Okay.
Yeah, we are 80s, so
Yeah.
we
I
will
think maybe next we'll do the 80s.
definitely.
Or let us know, listeners. What do you guys want? Maybe
I would love
80s
to
or
see
like
that.
something even further back.
Yeah, I mean, like,
The
because
20s.
as an 80s baby,
Yeah.
I still think I see a lot
What do you mean you see a lot?
the innovation.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I see a lot.
Yeah. VCRs,
Yeah,
cassettes. Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like maybe in the 80s is the real economic boom in Japan, technology-wise as well.
I think, yeah, especially technology.
Yeah. Japan really.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah.
Again, we have a street level Japanese podcast. You get 2 a month if you join our Patreon membership. $3 a month or $5 a month. $5 a month gives you the video as well.
Video and audio. Yeah.
If you're not interested with street level Japanese and you just like So Japanese, we also have a Buy Me a Coffee. So you can hit the link in our bio or on Spotify or Apple. Support the podcast that way as well. Yeah, we just appreciate you guys for listening.
Yeah.
We just want to continue doing this.
Yeah.
Please give us a reason to do it more.
Yeah. And then also you can leave the comment and reviews. That's also help us a lot.
Yeah. Or share it as well.
Yeah. And then some people who give us comment or like, anything, thank you so much. Actually, because of that, we can keep doing this.
Yeah, we get more motivation to do it.
Exactly. I'm really happy.
So that does it for today's episode.
Hi.
Arigato.
Arigato.
Thank you.
Mata ne. Bye bye.